Okay, so last week I spoke about rejection, how a positive self esteem can help you deal better with rejection. Today, I want to speak about rejection from a loved one or from a family member, how a positive self esteem can help you deal better with rejection from a loved one. Okay, this is a rather more sensitive and consequential dimension, and from my personal experiences I know it is excruciating and tends to leave the victim with a lifetime adverse impact. Okay, it's very, very dangerous when you are rejected, by a loved one. It's very dangerous. Okay. Um, Today I'm going to read excerpts from my book, The Depths of Life, because I want us to understand, how dangerous it is when you are rejected by someone that you love and how you can learn to deal with these types of rejection. That's why it's very important to fall in love with yourself, build your positive self-esteem. Your positive self-esteem will help you a whole lot when dealing with rejection. Okay, because rejection from members of your family has extensive effect, and the gravity of the damages can it can cause you so many problems in your life. It can cause you so many problems. I mean, problems that are beyond your personal life. Yes, it rips through even your broken relationships and into your estranged partner's future and continues in its ripple effect. So it's important that you understand that rejection from someone that you love can cause you so many problems. It can affect many facets of your life. I know this, I went through the experiences. There are so many things that happened to me in my life. I didn't even realize that it was because of the rejection I suffered from loved ones, from people who by default are supposed to love you, are supposed to be more tolerant, more patient, more understanding when dealing with you. Because they didn't exercise that patience, that tolerance, that understanding, they rejected you outright. They rejected you without even consideration, without considering how you're going to feel or the consequences this rejection will have in your life. And then you just go into the world and suffer with a stifled emotion, with the low self-esteem. Because even if you have, confidence, rejection can diminish your confidence. All right. So it's important to learn how to deal with rejection so that you can avoid a lot of the problems that you may confront in your future. Okay. Um, have you picked up my book? The Depths of Life. I'm going to read an excerpt from this book because in this book I wrote about rejection in the family. I mean, so many topics, so many life-changing topics. Okay, the intention is to heal, the intention is to inspire, the intention is to encourage us to find solutions to problems and not wallow in them so that we can live to our full potential. All right, so this is a very, very good book for you, for your loved ones, for friends. I mean, it's a very good gifting book and a great conversation piece. So pick it up if you don't have it yet. You can download it from my website, efi.com, 3esfy.com, or you can buy it directly from Amazon. If you want the electronic download, you go to my website, efi.com. If you want the hard copy, which I believe you would enjoy more because it has beautiful high fashion photos in this book, photos that would inspire your fashion sense and, keep you excited and smiling while you're gaining some new perspectives and inspiration. Okay. So I would advise to pick up the hard copy from Amazon. All right, darlings, and the electronic download, it's good to have it on your phone. You can get both electronic and hard copy It's very inexpensive, quite affordable, okay, but life-changing. I'm going to read an excerpt from this book so we see how dangerous it is when you are rejected by a family member. Okay, so rejection, this is The Depths of Life, page 55, rejection in the family. All right, page 55, rejection in the family. Okay. Rejection from your parents and or your siblings. Those who by default are an integral part of your foundation and development if you grew up with them. This exposes you to depression, anxiety attacks, fear, emotional and mental trauma, self-deprecation, and eventually self-hate, and inevitably low self-esteem. Some of these illnesses can expose you to self-destruction, predators, bad relationships, etc. They can also subject you to failure, delay in progress, or stagnation, even suicide. I know, because I experienced it myself. I mean, I experienced this firsthand. Okay, even good relationships or relationship that I was in my past were actually supposed to be good relationships that were good for me. I couldn't appreciate them because of my low self-esteem, because I hated myself, because I constantly self-deprecated, because I was told I wasn't good enough, I was rejected, and I suffered, and my relationships suffered, and people that loved me, people that I encountered along my way that loved me, suffered without even knowing that it wasn't really their fault, that it was because of my foundation, where I came from, and what I was struggling with secretly, because they didn't know anything. All right. So this can happen to you, or it's probably happening to you already. You don't even know why you can't really reciprocate to people that are showing you love and showing you care and respect. You don't know why you cannot reciprocate to them. You don't know it is because of the rejections you've suffered from other people in your past. All right. So back to The Depths of Life, page 55. The aforementioned clearly shows that rejection from family is a real and dangerous battle for the victims. Unfortunately, many victims who suffer from this type of rejection never discover the root cause of many of their life's problems. I, in particular, only realized it in my 30s. That was only possible because I started seeking healing for my mental and emotional trauma. I began to question and examine my experiences. I wanted to understand my mindset and my life's journey, why I was praying for death daily for 3 decades, and what was the reason death refused to visit me. I wanted to unravel the mystery behind my resistance. The desire to heal and discover oneself is the surest pathway to achieve victory over the consequences of family rejection. So if I didn't feel that need to heal, that need to understand what was happening around me, what transpired in my immediate world, if I didn't feel the need to be better, to achieve success in life, to enjoy progress in my life, to enjoy love and peace and laughter, to truly smile from my heart, from my stomach, if I didn't feel that need, I would never know that it was because of all of that rejection that I was, just living a life of stagnancy and just living a life of sadness and misery. Having a positive self-esteem, darlings, will help you deal better with rejection. When you love yourself, when you understand your worth, your abilities, and even your weaknesses, because loving yourself is not just knowing or discovering your great talents and your strengths. Loving yourself is also identifying your weaknesses and knowing how to work with them. Okay? So when you know who you are, because this is something that you would achieve in self-discovery. When you know who you are, you understand your strengths and understand your weaknesses, you'll be able to build your positive self-esteem. And your positive self-esteem would also help you to develop emotional maturity, because you need that emotional maturity to socialize with other people in a healthier way. So this emotional maturity will also help you. It will help you to cultivate the discipline that you need to address issues that you are dealing with, issues that are causing rejection. Because when someone rejects you, there has to be a reason. People cannot just reject you for no reason. Okay, the reason may not be valid to you, it may not make sense to you, but I'm sure in one way or the other it's valid to them, it makes sense to them, but it doesn't make sense to you. You still want to understand why you are rejected. So when you have a positive self-esteem, the first thing that you do when you're rejected is to ask why, is to inquire why you are being rejected. Because once you know why you're being rejected, then you know the next step to take. If you are expected to apologize, then you tender the apology. If you're expected to reevaluate your behavior, your actions, or drop some bad habits, yeah, then you follow those steps as well, because you know why you're being rejected. And because you have a positive self-esteem, what you would need is to resolve the matters. All right? If you don't have a positive self-esteem, instead of focusing on resolving these issues that are causing the rejection, you will just fall apart. Yes, that's the natural human inclination when you are confused and don't know who you are and don't feel good about yourself. When issues arrive, you just fall apart. You will not focus on seeking solution. You will not even try to understand the root cause of the problem, let alone addressing it from the cause of the problem. You will just fall apart. But if you have a positive self-esteem, the first thing that will come to your mind is, why is he or she rejecting me? Why are my parents rejecting me? Why are my siblings rejecting me? Why are my best friends, my loved ones rejecting me? People that, I expect to love me. You see, when you have a a blood connection with someone, or a very close friendship with someone, there is a higher expectation. There's a higher expectation, from these people. You have this higher expectation of what they're supposed to do with you. You expect them to be more tolerant, to be more patient, to more understanding, to explain, to spend more time explaining things to you, because of the friendship that you share, because of the deep connection that you share. All right? That's why it's more dangerous when someone you love rejects you, because of this higher expectation. Okay? Because like I said earlier, by default, they're supposed to love you and take care of you and help you even where you're weak. But now they've rejected you. If you have a positive self-esteem, darling, you will address it accordingly. You will take the right steps, the healthier steps to address these issues so you can resolve them. And then when these issues prove impossible, you know what to do. You know, maybe it's time for you to take a break. Maybe it's time for you to distance yourself a little bit from these people and give them time to heal, and give them time to think, to ponder on the issues, ponder on the problems they have with you, and find a way to resolve these problems if they really care for you, or if they really appreciate the relationship you once shared. All right. But if you don't have a positive self-esteem, you may even, escalate the issues by your, reaction, your unreasonable reaction. Okay. But if you have a positive self-esteem, your reaction will be reasonable. Okay. It'll be more sensible, because you're going to be thinking in a right direction. Okay. You'll be thinking clearer, because the intention will be to resolve issues. Someone with a positive self-esteem don't want to compound problems, would not, intentionally, escalate issues. They want to find solution, find a pathway to healing or to resolving problems. That's why I said that having a positive self-esteem can help you deal better with rejection from loved ones. That your parents, your mate, your friends, even your colleagues that you share close friendships with, having a positive self-esteem will help you deal with rejection from them. So please build your positive self-esteem. It's very, very important. Lack of it has a grave consequence. Grave, grave consequence. Extensive negative effect on your life. And when I mean your life, I mean many facets of your life. And it will rip through other relationships. All right? It will rip through them and cause you more problems. Problems that you can actually avoid. You know, you can actually avoid in your life, darlings. Pick up this book, The Depths of Life. It would change your life where you need change. It will inspire you where you need inspiration. It will provoke you to think about what really matters where you're dealing with issues. It will encourage you to focus on solutions, to focus on the things that really matter so that you can live to your full potential, so that you can have the peace that you need, the joy, the focus that you need, the clarity that you need to live to your full potential. All right, darlings, listen. Next week, we're going to continue this. It's all about healing. It's all about inspiration. It's all about encouragement. It's all about provoking our thoughts. It's all about healing our society. Remember what I said about the strings of destiny. The strings of destiny is a connectivity that enables us to take care of ourselves, or that demands us to take care of ourselves as individuals, take care of one another, and contribute to society. But we cannot give what we don't have. In order for you to take care of yourself and other people, you're going to have to understand yourself, know how to take care of yourself so that you can take care of other people and contribute positively to society. Okay? Remember, I'm offering 30% off, 30% off in my website, my products, my t-shirts, leather goods, belts, wallets, handbags, jewelry. I've got great products in my website. So if you haven't visited my website, darlings, visit my website, ifyshop.com, 3esfyshop.com, or you can go to ify.com, 3esfy.com, and in ify.com you'll see my shop. You just click that tab and it will take you to my e-commerce site where you find all my beautiful products. This is the holiday season. Go buy yourself beautiful things with 30% discount, and please share with your friends. And remember, we do this every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay? If you're not following me on my Facebook, follow my Facebook. You can easily find me. I mean, darlings, who else is bearing the name Ify with 3 E's FY? All right, so find me on Facebook, 3 E's FY. You'll see my Facebook. Follow me there. I share my inspirational videos. Everyone needs inspiration. And also, if you're not following me on Instagram, find me there also with 3 E's FY. You'll see the 3 E's FY will pull up the 2 pages, Ify Shop and Ify EK. Follow me there. It's all about inspiration. I also just opened a TikTok page, so follow me on TikTok. It's all about inspiration. It's all about fashion and style and beauty, darlings. When you come to Ify, I offer you wellness, I offer you style, and I offer you beauty. All right, darlings? So join me next week, Saturday. Have a wonderful weekend. I love you. Ciao. Peace out.